everybody, and welcome to the Jersey Music and Video Spotlight, New Jersey's only television show dedicated to rhythm and blues, doo-wops, a cappella, and soul.
And I'm Ronnie I, and this is Tommy, and we're here again, and we got an exciting show.
Yes, we do.
We are going to feature the famous,
the smooth,
pretty boy himself.
Yes.
Little Isador and his Golden Inquisitors, their brand new CD, their long-awaited CD, and Little Isador will be on in a couple of minutes.
I'm excited. I love him. He's totally unique.
He's brought a new revolution to this music.
He has. He really has.
Bringing old rock and roll back.
Right. The way it should be played.
That's right. Right. And hopefully people will take that and we'll be getting more bands like this around. Keep this music alive. We'll be back with Little Isador, right?
Huh?
Take a break now?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go to break and we'll come back with Little Isador. We got the video flashback too, right?
That's another feature.
Tell them about that.
Should be a great show. We'll be right back.
Stay right.
Sound. Multi-track digital recording and editing. Luna Sound. Commercial music writing and production. Luna Sound. Music demos. Master quality. Luna Sound. Jingles. Post-production work. 201-256-0440. 201-256-0440.
All night long, 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 all night long.
From the brand new CD by Little Isador and his Golden Inquisitors.
Yeah.
A tune called All Night Long, I guess 58. The Duprees, and a very, very, very popular dance song. And now it's even that much more popular since Little Isador, our special guest, has
and
featured
Johnny
this
Gale,
on
by
the
the way.
CD. Yeah. Welcome, Little Isador.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to see you again.
Are you in good voice? Now, number 4 on your brand new CD, Inquisition of Love, is called Oceans Apart.
That's right.
Great ballad, getting that 50s flavor.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Would you like to sing it first?
Delighted, I'm sure.
Okay.
Oceans
Maestro, are we ready?
Sure.
Oceans Apart.
We're oceans apart. Life is a stage on which we each play the part. But I played the fool. I let the tragedy start. And now we're oceans apart. Apart. We're oceans apart. We thought we had it all. Thought we were smart, but no one said that life must imitate art. And now we're oceans apart. I cried in the Greyhound station. I wept on the shiny silver train. My tears fell as your ocean liner sailed away. For I knew I would never be the same. We're oceans apart. I hold your photograph so close to my heart. As long as I see your face, love can never part. Though we be oceans apart. I cried in the grave.
oceans apart. I hold your photograph so close to my heart. As long as I see your face, love can never part. Though we be oceans apart. Oceans apart.
Yeah.
All right.
Little Isador and the Golden Inquisitors.
Yes,
An
golden
original.
indeed.
Yes. Oh, wait, that's an original tune.
That's right. I wrote that with the great Turk Douglas from Hollywood, California. We were trying to write a little Heartbeats record, you know.
I cried in the Greyhound station. You don't hear lyrics like that.
No.
I wept on the shining silver train.
They don't make them like that
My
anymore.
tears flowed
True.
as your ocean liner sailed away.
Where do you get your inspiration? For writing a song, trying to make it sound like the 50s, it's hard.
Very difficult.
Most people
Very
write about going back and,
Right.
you know, but
I think it's a big mistake.
it's a bit going back because we
I
didn't go
think
anywhere. Yeah.
singing about nostalgia
Right.
is a big mistake,
Totally
and it's
agree with
common. It's very common.
I know.
What can we write about? Let's sing about how great it was back then. To me, that's not interesting. We live here. The same issues face us in love and in feel-good music. The same issues face us now that we're grown-ups as when we were teenagers. And my feeling is to talk about it is to make it a parody of itself. I think there's too much remains to be said in this idiom in a meaningful way to go back and talk about, gee, how great it was, and strike these hair combing poses and the whole motorcycle jacket. Wasn't it wonderful? Well, the fact is it was wonderful, but guess what? It's
is.
still wonderful.
It's one thing to write lyrics that reflect the style of music, but to actually create the sound of that era is a tribute to you and Johnny Gale.
It's to Johnny Gale. It is a
Yes.
tribute to him because the man has made a life's work of understanding and being able to isolate the elements in those records that made it touch us so deeply. He knows what that little secret ingredient is, and he knows how to get it on tape. And I will say, it's not magic. It's hard work.
The recording techniques, do you use the original amplifiers and stuff? Do you go that far?
We do. We use period instruments. We use period microphone techniques. Very simple. In fact, the engineers in our recording studios kind of sit there with their hands folded.
That's
Because
amazing, isn't it?
we'll put one mic up here, one mic up here, and move our amplifiers till the ambient sound is the right thing. It sounds like a group playing in a room. Oceans Apart's a very good example of that.
How many originals on your new CD?
8 originals, 7
Wow.
remakes.
Terrific.
That's as opposed to 4 originals on our first album. But you see my agenda here.
For those who don't
Do
know,
I?
Well, I'm going to keep increasing the original material.
Great.
we should
Great.
mention hello
Great.
to Johnny Gale. For those who don't know who Johnny Gale, that's your partner.
That's
And,
right.
Johnny's a musician, bass player, bass singer,
That's right.
writer,
Tremendous
composer,
guitarist
and he's a love child.
of Lana Turner and Johnny Stompanato Sr. And I keep telling
And
him,
how is your mother, by the way?
my mother is wonderful. As a matter of fact, I
Little
tried to
Philomena.
bring her here. Little Philomena, the greatest singer in America.
Yes, she is. There's no doubt
I
about
tried to
that.
bring her tonight, but she was booked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's playing AC.
Yeah, she is.
That's wonderful.
She's very popular.
Tremendous, tremendous.
Making a
vocalist.
comeback after all these years.
That's right.
All right, why don't we hear another song?
Delighted.
Another original?
Perhaps.
My Darling?
Ah, yes.
Oh, this is
darling.
great.
The darker side.
This may be my favorite of the originals. I
Glad
don't
to
know.
hear it.
Yeah,
you
really,
know,
I like this.
I think it's a pretty successful
I
song.
played it on the
too.
radio and I got a good response
Yeah?
to it. Yeah.
That's tremendous.
All right.
Wonderful. Here it is.
My darling, come back to Queens. You left me crying. I'm down on my knees. Please don't make something bad happen, darling. Come back to Queens. Come back.
right. Yeah.
My darling, come back to Queens. Sounds
God
like
bless you, boys.
something- Sounds like something you've heard before, but you can't put your finger
That's
on
right.
it, which is a credit to the writing of these guys, right?
It is. It truly is.
Little Isador, his Golden Inquisitors, their brand new CD. We'll be back. We're going to pull up another chair and
Yes.
have Little Isador sit down with us and have an extensive interview.
Wonderful.
Right after these messages.
Gee, it's Danny to have some candy. Boom-be-doo-be-doo.
From the brand new CD by Little Isador and his Golden Inquisitors, and that's your mom, Little
That's my
Philomena on
mommy.
lead.
That's
Little
right.
peppermint stick.
That's right. And for
What's
those,
the words, peppermint stick? No.
won't you
Be my chick?
Yeah, I think
Be
so.
my chick,
yeah.
right.
Something
okay,
to that.
something
Yes,
up.
yes.
Wonderful, and that's another popular cut from the CD.
That's right.
We don't only have Little Isador here, we have Gary Gotta love it.
Ladies and
An
gentlemen.
original Inquisitor.
That's right.
An original Inquisitor.
An original, that's right.
And you've got a cut on here, too.
Yeah, I have a cut on there called You're So Fine.
Which you tear up.
It's true.
I mean, you really tear it up live.
Well, Johnny Gale is a very, he wants what he wants, you know, so he's standing there with the whip and you got to
get you
tear it
down
up.
there.
If he says tear it up,
tell
you
you.
gotta tear it up.
For the audience, if they've never seen Little Isador and the Inquisitors live, they got a shot. Friday night, the 17th of this month, September, they'll be at UGHA.
27th.
27th. I said 17th.
Yes,
I was
yes.
wrong.
Yes.
27th. It's probably 17th is gone already.
That's right.
27th. 27th may be gone. Right?
By the time they say this,
But anyway, the 27th at UGHA, and we give you that phone number, 201-365-0049 or
Yes.
201-470-UGHA, making your annual trip.
I love it. It's like coming home.
It sure is, Ronnie.
Got dancing, we got fun.
It's
we got
wonderful.
good people, a lot of love in that house.
It's true. It's very,
Yeah.
very true.
And you
I
get
feel
that.
it every time
Yeah,
I
you
go
do.
there.
You do.
You got that. How long have you been, Gary, with Little Isador?
Oh, gee, I would say ever since 1958.
That's right.
Okay, whose idea, besides yourself,
Yes.
Little Isador, was it to put this kind of band, this rock and roll, this vintage classic rock and roll type music together?
Well, you know, Johnny Gale and I got together and started playing songs at each other here and there. And at one point he says to me, you know, I really just like doo-wop and old rock and roll. And I thought, son of a gun, that gives me an idea.
An accomplished musician like him saying something like that must have threw you back.
Well,
right?
I thought, you know, this is something I've always thought. I've always thought that, you know, and I don't mean this in any cynical way. What the world needs is a rock and roll band that could get up on stage at the Brooklyn Paramount in 1957 or 1958 with an MC, and we got the best MC in the business,
That's for
Gary
sure.
Lovett,
Gary is absolutely.
and tear the place up with 5 featured soloists and a rhythm section that's a world-class recording quality rhythm section playing live, and it sounds like the records.
You've made middle-aged people feel young again.
Well,
You brought the feeling back.
that's my job.
I got to say one thing about Gary. He set you guys up. Oh,
Believe me.
he set you guys
Ronnie,
up in
I
his
know.
intro, and it's a wonderful combination.
It is.
Have you achieved what you wanted, or is there still more?
Oh,
ahead?
I think we're just, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Our first record did very, very well. And
When David says, when Little Isador says record,
That's right.
he means CD.
CD, yes,
You know?
yes,
That's
yes.
Just to let you know, CD.
and now it's
The
2
second
years.
one,
2
yeah.
years later.
2 years?
2 years in between records,
And 7 million.
and 7 million sales.
Sales,
$7
right.
million in debt later.
And 30 years in between last
That's right,
record
from
and
63
first
till
record.
93.
Right,
To
right,
93,
true.
yeah.
But only 2 years between CDs?
But only 2 years between
Well,
CDs.
because now we're back and we mean business.
You have a mailing list?
We do. We have a mailing list.
Can you give us the...
Happily. Write to Little Isador and the Inquisitors, P.O. Box 391, Times Square Station, New York 10036.
and we'll repeat that as we go on. We're going to take a break before we say our goodbyes. You know, you guys are great. I mean, I can't say enough about this CD.
God bless you.
Available at your favorite oldies, classic harmony shop like Clifton Music.
That's right. A very fine place. I was there today.
Yes, very. So at a very modest price. You know what we're going to do, guys? Let's go way back. I want to go back to 1948. This is what we call a Chanticleers. This was for one of those little clips that I was able to get from my collection. And they're doing a song called Jumpin' Jack from Hackensack.
Can't wait to hear it.
Hackensack, not far from here, right? Here are the Chanticleers, 48, Jumpin' Jack from Hackensack, and we'll be back.
Hey,
Hey,
he's a rhyme.
and that's a fact.
All right.
Little Miss Muffet sitting on a tuffet, sipping her tea from a jug. Then Jack the Spider sat down beside her. Oh, baby, let's cut a rug. He jumps all night, he jumps all day. He jumps in the most unusual way. He helps cats they all put their snack on Jumping Jack from Hackensack. Jumping is a one-man show. He jumps so hard, he rocks the shack. Jump Jack from Hackensack. He jumps it loud, he jumps it soft. He jumps like a chicken with his head cut off. He jumps right off the beaten track. Jump Jack from Hackensack. Little Miss Muffet sitting on her tuffet, sipping her tea from a jug. Then Jack the Spider sat down beside her, said, hey baby, let's cut a rug. He jumps all night, he jumps all day. He jumps in the most unusual way. The hip cats they all put their stack on Jumping Jack. Jumping Jack, oh, he's a leaper. Jumping Jack from Hackensack.
Jumping Jack from Hackensack. Wasn't that
Tremendous.
tremendous? Oh, wow. You guys get inspire you a little?
Oh, absolutely. I told you.
I'm sure Gary could do those steps.
While
He could do
the,
those flips
footage-
and those splits, right, Gary? Sure.
Where were those gentlemen from, by the way?
Chanticleers, there's so many different names of Chanticleers. But I would say they had to be from Hackensack. They had to be from the New York
I would
area,
guess,
I'm
right?
saying,
Yeah.
Unless Hackensack was a legend all over the country at that time. I really don't know. Speaking of legends,
We have
what a
one here.
meeting.
Yeah, it was good. That was
Where
good.
have you been?
Well, we just come back from Atlantic City at the Trump Castle, where we played with Jackie Mason. for a
Wow.
while. Went over very well. They asked us back. And we'll
Not
be
to
back.
Hackensack, but back to Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, yeah. The ocean air does me good, you know.
Okay.
And let's see, we're gonna come see you guys at the UGHA on the 27th,
Right?
and we'll be down at the Buck Hotel in Philadelphia, November 22nd, with Mr. Lee and the PGHA.
They should write that down.
Yes,
People from the
all you
area.
South Philly dudes and dudettes, come on down to the Buck Hotel on the 22nd. We'll make it worth your while.
You know, Tom, I know people are going to write us. They're going to call us. They're going to say, where does this cat get his threads?
Yeah, I was just telling him. I had something similar to that. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm sorry.
Is that yours original?
Scout's Honor.
Yes.
I purchased this in the year 1969
Okay.
at Barney's.
Really?
Is there any more Barneys? Oh, yeah.
There is, yeah.
There's still Barneys?
Yeah. You got to be wealthy to shop there now.
And it still fits you. It still fits you?
That looks great.
Unbelievable.
Rock and roll
Looks
will
great.
keep you healthy.
See, and when you keep making CDs and you don't have enough food to eat, because you got to put it to the CDs, you can keep them.
That's it.
How'd you come up with the title, Inquisition of Love?
You have to ask Johnny Gale. It was his.
Johnny Gale?
He called me. He said, "I got it. I have an epiphany." It came to me. Inquisition of Love. I said, "What does that mean?" He said,
Sounds good, though.
What difference does it make?
"Do you love me?"
That's
I
great.
said, "It sounds pretty good. It's enigmatic, and I like it. I like it."
Do you have a favorite on this CD yourself? I mean, is it an original?
There is a favorite original, although I must say All Night Long is probably my favorite remake
everybody-
on
it's
it
great to
because it's
dance,
just an
huh?
incredible
Oh, yeah.
Great to
song. It
dance,
was an
yes.
incredible record back then.
Right.
There's a kind of, it's not strictly speaking a doo-wop song, but Real Good Reason, the ballad that closes this record, touches me in a very special
I'll
way.
have to put that on.
It's kind of a soul thing, like maybe Billy Stewart, James Shepard. If you shook them up in a cocktail mixer, it might be the record they'd have
But
made.
when we bring him back, we'll have him sing that.
Great.
Wonderful.
And one other tune that I really love, the Johnny Ace tune that you did on your first CD.
Johnny Ace,
Was
you
it,
mean?
I'll Forever Love You?
No, I think it's funny because my sister was at my house this weekend, and I said I got to record this.
Yeah.
This This I gotta record this.
Isn't that
song.
on your first CD?
No, I think you're thinking of Ron Holden's "Love You So."
Oh, really?
Cha-cha?
My darling.
Well, anyway,
That's it.
We got to leave, guys.
Okay.
That's it.
Bye,
Say
everybody.
goodbye. We'll see you
Great to
next
see
week.
you.
All right. We'll see you all
Bye-bye.
again.